fellow bistros, welcome back again. As you see, I'm playing Seer. Okay, and I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen because, like, so far there's been a little tension with the group. Okay, we lost someone. I don't know, because like the person we lost was Genevieve, the hero, no less. Too. Never lose the hero in the group. Alright, just say they're like the important person in the group, and losing a healer is pretty bad. But yeah, Genevieve just like disappeared, alright, and stuff like that, and I'm like wondering what and stuff like that, and everything. And then like there's also Eric, that again, he has a bit of a temper and stuff, trying to pick fights with Freya and everything like that, and just other problems. Oh my god, seriously. And Elaine too, like, I wonder what's going on with her head, because like what Genevieve said to Elaine when I guess she was being possessed for a moment or something like that really got me worried too. Like, there's a lot of things that's going through my head, but like, we're gonna continue right now and see what's gonna happen. Chapter 3, Oaks. This definitely resembles Oaks, with a hawk, arrows, a spear, and swords, and a shield. Yay! The outskirts of the forest which seems to be uninhabited, unattainable the night before, are much closer. I watched them penetrate. There you go. Ooh, penetration. Right, the ancient oak, under a distance of twisted branches and knotted roots. The cover of the trees allowed me to approach the group and reduce the risk of finding myself face to face with one of the guardian seers. There you go. The Seven seers are not a danger to me. They are too busy with their search for the sun and the morning dawn. Once again, Duncan has taken the head of the convoy, but he seems preoccupied. Youngsters, my bad. He lets the others overtake and wait for Freya to join him. Did you keep Genevieve's door? Oh yeah, Genevieve had a door, and I actually had like Freya be the one holding it, because Freya was the one that actually witnessed Genevieve disappearing, so I thought it was appropriate. But hang on, let's see. Yes, I already wanted to take it, but I don't know why. I wanted to keep it for myself. You didn't get that feeling. Did you get that? You didn't get that feeling. Duncan is taken aback. What feeling? How do I put this? Since I've been on this island, I've been having sort of intuitions. Like a little voice in your head pushing you to do something you didn't plan to do. There you go. Duncan reflects for a few moments. Yes, now that you mention it. Did you think it is a seer? No, I don't think it. So, there you go. You know, after Genevieve disappeared at the Chronolith, I have no idea. I saw that strange girl appear with the antlers. I think it came from me. Oh. Surprised, I withdrew into myself for a few moments before rejoining them. I hadn't thought they would be so possessive. But I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I speed up to catch them, and pick up the threads of their conversation. Did you have the time to get to know Genevieve? Not really. I don't understand why the Seers took her. She seems so well equipped to succeed in the trial. I don't really understand either. Freya smiles. It's not as if we had the choice. It's not that we were on this island. We're at the will of the Seers. She looks up towards the sky, to the summit, which can be made out behind the overheading branches of the oaks. If the Seers have taken her, they must have a good reason. Yeah, kidnapping is always a good reason. Yes, I'm sure you're right. This doll. Do you think Genevieve's had children? Let me see. Her daughter must have given to her as a parting. It's a memento of a child she lost. See, that's the thing though, like, I don't know. But the way she's acting though, it sounds like she did lost a lot. So I think it might be a memento of a lost child. I think I'm gonna go with this. I hope I'm right. Oh, I hope I'm not right, actually. It seems more like a memento of a child that she lost. You think she lost a daughter? I don't really know. It seems more pleasable to me. Plausible to me. So, Freya rummage in her bag and takes out the doll. She holds it out to Duncan, who takes it surprised. You should talk to Elaine. I think I said it correctly. I don't know now. And give her the doll. They talked quite a bit yesterday, and I think it would please her to have this. Okay. Freya hastens to catch up with the head of the line. Duncan stops to wait for Elaine. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Elaine for now. Who had fallen behind. Oh, is that Genevieve's doll? Duncan is a little awkward. Nah, awkward. Oh, wait. Yes, Freya wanted me to give it to you. Elaine takes the doll. You know, I got several brothers and sisters. I know how important something like this can be to a child. Don't you have a favorite toy when you were little? The two starts walking together. Duncan's face hardens. No. My family doesn't tolerate that kind of whim. Even in children. Elaine seems ashamed. Duncan changed the subject. Did you get a chance to chat with Genevieve yesterday? Yes, we spoke quite a little bit during the walk. I think she lost her family. A fever struck down her village. That must be why she had this doll on her. A fever? I know Genevieve's village. I'm not far from my home. Elaine and Duncan turns towards Brandon, who has he came nearer and is listening intently. Sorry. We traded with them. It's a village of shepherds in the highlands. About 2 years ago, if I remember right, there were an epidemic. Our burgomaster, okay, assembles everyone in the marketplace to warn us. Apparently, a plague has carried off virtually all their village. Since then, it became a ghost village. No one goes up there from my home. If Genevieve had a little girl, she's dead. Wow. Very, very blunt about that. Now I understand. Yes, I think that it must have happened. Brandon's leg doesn't seem in pain him anymore, and he keeps up with the others much more easily than the day before. Elaine notices. How's your room? Brandon smiles. See? I'm pacing like a deer. Prancing like a deer, so it's thanks to Genevieve that I can continue with you. I'm so sorry the Seers took her. Wait. Okay. Argument at the front of the line interrupts their conversation. Ooh, I'm assuming it's with Eric and Freya, because those two, especially Eric. Oh, Eric, I would love to smack him in his face. There was a cry. Elaine hisses Eric between his teeth. She and Duncan exchange looks and hurry to join the others. What now? Oh wait, it's not Freya. I forgot about okay. The guy's name. What is his name? Connor. There you go. At the sharp bend of the path, which between the corner, Duncan finds a small clearing. Connor on the ground, shielding his face with his forearm. Eric is bent over him, sword in hand. For a moment, I thought that was a spear. Hey! Hey. Eric turns his attention to Duncan, looking furious. Hey. Connor takes advantage to crawl out of reach of his blade and gets swinging swiftly onto his feet. Or to his feet. There you go. Duncan! Connor pointed at Eric. He attacked me without reason. Eric is crimson? Without reason? Really? Calm Eric, ask for exploration. Reason with Connor. I'm gonna ask for exploration because I really want to know what's going on. I'm not gonna know one side. Don't pick a side yet. First we hear things out. What happened now? It's this runt who? Connor leaps at the first chance to cut off Eric. A runt? Me? You see, Duncan, he won't stop insulting me. Okay. Eric turns to Duncan. You're so blind, all of you. Don't you see he's a Tempo spy? He's a traitor. Okay. He has no right to tread the grounds of the sacred place. Whoa, calm down. Freya has entered to clear and approach Duncan. Everyone is free to attempt the I keep messing things up. Interaction. It's for the seers to judge if he is worthy to receive the flame or not. Eric throws a black look at Freya. Even you let yourself be seduced by the heretic's pretty words. When I think that you almost convinced me that you were a true hunter of the Northern Clan, Freya. Eric spits on the ground. You're a bunch of fools. You really believe he's here for the interactions? He doesn't give a damn about our traditions. The Temple sent him to destroy our magic, impose their doctrines, of their single god. Connor clears his throat. Listen, Eric. I'm sorry about Genevieve, but... Whoa! Without warning, the warrior lets out a... Horaz shout, and charges at him. Connor dodges him vertically out of the way, but trips on a root and falls. Freya seizes her bow. Eric lifts his blade, determined to bring it down to Connor's head. Duncan, without a thought for his own safety, has just the time to intervene. He deflected the course of the weapon, but the force of the impact sends his shield flying. Connor gets up and backs off across the clearing. Not Elaine. Alia. Yes, Alia, I think. I'm messing up with the names all the time now. Coming up from the commotions, joins him. There you go. She refrains from intervening, knowing that she would only add fuel to the flames. Eric's rage has shifted to cold anger. The two men urges each other. Duncan holds the intimidating gaze on the mountain of muscles facing him. He knows that he tries to force the issue. Eric will read his possessive as a challenge. But maybe Eric doesn't really intend to kill Connor. Maybe he and Freya intervention has been enough to convince Eric to be tolerant. Duncan let Eric pass. Duncan defies Eric. These choices do matter, so I really have to think about these. Well, that's the thing. I do worry about having Eric in this group. I'm actually really worried. And he's not wrong. It could be Connor. It could be like the way Connor is and stuff like that. Oh, the way Eric is kind of saying a little bit that Connor could be a spy for the temple. I'm not saying he's wrong, but he has no reason to say he was right too. He's like it's just basically speculation. So, and Freya has her bow out right now. So if anything happens, she could be ready too. I'm assuming. So I'm gonna let him pass. I hope I'm not wrong. I really hope I'm not wrong. Okay, Duncan hesitates for a moment. I try with all my power to impose my will on him. But this time, he doesn't not permit it. He pushed me from his mind and planted his feet more firmly. Duncan decide. Wait, did I pick the wrong one? I didn't know if I should pay attention if I was on the right one. Yeah, let's see. Duncan decided that he cannot take the risk and leave Connor to the Northern Warrior mercy. He is determined to fight. Duncan, get out of my way. Duncan clenches his hand around his hilt of his sword. The two men eye each other. He knows that Eric has taken his decorations. No matter what happens, blood will be spilled. Anyone else would be anything else would be a dishonor for him and his clan. Eric lets out a thunderous laugh. So be it. Oh boy. If you really want to lose your life for some scurrying temple louse, it's your choice. Freya, who had drawn her bow, seeing that the situation has changed into a single combat, lowering her weapon and wait for the conclusions. Duncan grits his teeth. He knows that he is not evasively equipped, but he cannot turn back. Oh boy. Eric lifts his blade and sweeps at Duncan's right side, trying a backhand strike. Duncan counters the sword with his sword, but the impact was too powerful and it slams him onto the floor. To the floor. Eric, as a amused smile, lets Duncan get up before striking again. This time, Duncan holds his own in retaliation, attacking with the point of his sword. Eric dodged with a step back. The two men slash at each other again and again. Eric is not even out of breath, but Duncan is tiring fast. If I don't intervene, the outcome is clear. Eric will kill Duncan and then attack Connor. If Freya interferes, she will probably suffer the same fate. I must do something to avoid this bloodshed. Ooh. God, I see. I have to really think about this. Well, that's the thing. If I help Duncan, I think that's just gonna make things worse, probably. And I think having it outside, it's gonna probably look bad for Freya because, especially with Eric. But Having someone that's like a dud, like out of the group, basically, just trying to stop them both, I think would be a better choice. So I'm gonna go with Force Freya to shoot. Ooh. It looks like romance in the air right there for me. I ship it! I put myself behind Freya and command her to draw her bow. For an instant, she is confused, but her determination fast replaces the confusion. She aims directly at Eric's chest, showing rightfully that a wound will not stop him. On the contrary, it will only strengthen his rage. She breathes out, releasing the air from her lungs and steadies her hand. Duncan looks exhausted, but he will not hold out much longer. Oh boy. A powerful strike from Eric makes him lose his balance. He takes advantage to deal the fatal blow. Freya sees her opening. At the moment, he lifted his blade skyward. The arrow flies. It splits the air with speed and grace. If it only needs to little help from him for the Huntress to save Duncan's life. I like this simplicity and this clarity, so characteristic of Freya. Time seems to stand still for a moment. Oh. Did not intend for this to happen, but okay. Let's see what happens. Then the shaft hits Eric straight in the heart. In his surprise, he let his sword fall to the ground. Duncan leaps backwards, but himself out of the giant sword's reach. Eric looks at his chest with uncertainty, as if for the first time the possibility of defeat has crossed his mind. He falls to his knees. Blood gushes from his chest. He lifts his eyes to the sky, searching perhaps for a sign from the Seers. Then he collapsed in the grass of the clearing. Elaine steps forward carefully. Connor trails behind her. Duncan sits, his eyes blank, his face haggard. I don't know. Yeah, he has a cut on his shoulder. Behind him, Eric's body is motionless. Elaine suppresses her shoulder. I don't know. On the one hand, she perfectly understands how the situation could have accumulated. She is accustomed to bullying as the stranger daughter in the same fishing village. More than once, she has dreamt of answering the insult. The consideration stares to other injustice. Oh, I hit that too soon. Sorry. She crouches to Eric's side. He is motionless. No breath, no pulse. Elaine can do nothing for him. She turns to Duncan to see if he needs aid. She wishes that Genevieve was here. He has a gash in his shoulder, but it doesn't look deep. Connor finally speaks. I'm sorry. What happened, or it was available? I want to know what happened. Like, what really caused this? Elaine turns to Connor, her face annoyed. But just what exactly happened? What exactly happened? Okay, we let you out of our sights for 2 minutes, and Elaine looks out in a long sigh. Eric and I were in the front of the line. I didn't realize we were leaving you behind. He started picking a quarrel when I done nothing to him. Sorry. Really? You're sure you did nothing to provoke him? Of course I didn't. I'm not stupid. I saw how fast things could have gotten out of hand last night. Duncan rises with difficulties. His muscles must be sore after the fight with Eric. Fine, so be it. That said, I think about time you explain what you're doing here. What I'm doing here? I came to do my magical iteration, just like all of you. This iteration doesn't matter, Duncan, if the Seers who will judge. Duncan lifted his eyebrow at Mercer. Again, I'm just like, what happened that would help Duncan? Or like, I'm kind of like questioning things now. Well, let's see what happens again. Okay. You don't want to know why a guy who doesn't even reveal the same God. Oh yeah, reveal the same God as we do, risk his life to become a shaman. Yeah, I think we should let Connor defend himself because again, that makes sense now. Thinking about it, because Connor is, well, that's the thing. Connor lives at the temple, but doesn't necessarily mean he actually worships the god there, right? I'm just saying, like, you know, like if I was like, say, living in a church, okay, and stuff, like because I'm living in a church for whatever reason, basically, like say as like an orphan, hey, because again, that's what Connor was. He basically was living there since I don't know how old he was. Okay, like I'm assuming the church would teach him the practice, of course, or the temple, but like doesn't necessarily mean he believes in that. Okay, because like if I was like living in a church or something like that as like an orphan or something like that or anything, doesn't necessarily mean like I have to believe in the God in that church. Okay, I'm not picking a specific religion. I'm just saying a church in general. Just putting it out there. So let's let Connor defend himself. Elaine decides to let Connor stand up for himself. Freya's replies, "Of course I'm concerned, but his motives are his alone." Duncan is about to retort, but Connor cuts him off. "You're right. You are entitled for exploration, especially after." Connor glanced towards Eric's body, especially after what just happened. "To be frank with you, yes, the temple has sent me to spy on what happens on this island." Duncan opened his mouth, but Connor hushes him with a wave of his hand. "But if I'm part of the expedition today, it's because they won't shed a single tear if, by any chance, I don't come back. See, I'm a street child. If the temple had taken me in, like many other orphans, I'll have turned out no good. Or perhaps I had end up getting myself killed by some other beggar, or by a hard winter. Right? You've gotten to know me a bit by now. Right? You must have realized I'm not cut out to be a priest, and even less to be a temple god. That's why when they need someone to send to this island, they chose you. You know, that actually is kind of messed up. It makes sense. Right. And that also, well, so technically Eric was right, but because he didn't get the explanation, okay, this happens. So I think I kind of fucked up, because I think Eric could survive this. But okay, let's see what happens. Because they didn't know what else to do with me. Okay. Let's imagine you pass the iteration. Okay. What will you do with the knowledge and gift which you will have received? Karna takes a deep breath. Honestly, I don't know. But if I would have understood correctly, the seers will only let me take this sacred flame if I'm worthy. Exactly. If in that case, I suppose if I'm worthy in their eyes, on the seers, it's because I'm not going to betray them. And on the contrary, if I'm not worthy, I won't be able to complete the assess. Yeah, assess. Am I right? That issue is true. It seems logical, you know. That does seem logical. And again, for Eric to go berserk like that, yeah, it was unnecessary. It really was. It was completely unnecessary. But anyway, I actually don't care if he's dead. It's kind of messed up if he's dead because again, he could have been useful. Maybe, I don't know. But again, let's see what happens. So, you have nothing to fear. Duncan doesn't look convinced. Well, whether you like it or not, Karna is part of our expedition. Instead of squabbling over who deserves to be here the most, we should take care of, Eric, don't you think? Yes, we must respect the rights. Okay? He died in combat. The least we can do is to honor his memory. What memory? He tried killing everyone, basically. We should build him a funeral pyro? That would take us forever. Can we bury him instead? No. That's not the custom. We have to do and how do you plan to dig a grave? We don't have the tools. Look. Oh. Okay. I didn't expect this. A procession of small beings have entered the clearing. They are accompanied by a great hot, I think I'm saying that correctly, with a pure white pelt. They look in my direction, but don't seem to want to challenge me. At least for the moment. Oh. They surround Eric's body and kneel with dear reverted. Elaine takes a step forward, about to speak to them. Freya catches her arm and tells her with a look to stay back. The seers loaf the body onto the back of the heart? I have no idea how to say that, to be honest. Okay, I hope I'm not butchering it too badly. And are about to slip away between the trees. I could see Elaine to call them to account, or at least to demand an explanation. But what could put us? She and I are in danger. I am not sure the risk is worth taking. No, don't interact. Don't interact. I don't think it's a good idea interacting. Like, we saw what happened to Genevieve. We don't know if Genevieve is dead or not. That's the thing too. We don't know if she's not. But it seems like they're doing their thing, and I don't think it's a good idea for us to intervene, actually. Because it could be bad to intervene in this ceremony that's going on. So we're not going to interact. The group doesn't move as the procession leaves the clearing, taking Eric's body with them. Soon they were swallowed up by the vegetation. The group finds itself alone again in the forest. It's Brandon who breaks the silence. I give up. They turn to look at him, shocked. What do you mean you give up? I'm going back to the beach to repair the boat. Brandon should continue. I think he should stay with us. I really think, like, I don't think it's a good idea splitting up. I really don't. But if he goes back, he can repair the boat, though. Yeah. Oh my god, this is really, like... This is really questioning my judgment here. I got someone killed. Well, hell, I probably got 2 people killed, to be honest, because Genevieve just disappeared. I gotta have him stay with us. I have to have him stay with us because, like, we need, like... I think it would be good to have him still with us. I really do. I'll let you move closer and put a hand on Brandon's shoulder. Okay? You should continue with us. Brandon, sigh. No, I'm sorry, but taken my decision. I almost turned back already after Genevieve. But this time, it's too much for me. Will you manage to find your way back to the beach? Yes, I think so. There's what? A day and a half, 2 days walk maximum? If I follow the monolith the other way, I should manage. We'll give you the positions for the way back. The group shares the remaining supplies with Brandon. There's enough left for the evening, but you might need to hunt tomorrow. Elaine smiled. No, not Elaine. Oina. I kept forgetting. Or fished. There must be streams. I bet I can catch a salmon or a trout. Brandon burst out laughing. Well, at least you have what you need to get meat or fish. Think of me when you're tunking in. I still have to get by for tomorrow. 2 more days on dry bread and fruits. I hope you cope with what we give you would run out. There you go. I'm messing up right now, only because I'm like shocked at what's going on. Sheesh. Oh, don't worry. I know how to fish too. I'll wait for you as long as I can on the beach. The boat will be fit to take you back to the mainlands if you if you come back. I certainly plan to come back. Elaine, Freya, and Duncan agree silently. Well, the day is already well underway. If you want to reach the beach by tomorrow evening, I must Dow? Okay. Duncan holds out his hand to Brandon, who grabs it. Be careful. Elaine has tears in her eyes. Aww. Oh, hug! I want a hug. Can I get a hug from her? I wouldn't mind a hug. But okay. Overwhelmed with emotion, she wraps Brandon in her arms and hugs him tight. She looks she really doesn't like partings. Hey, gently. Hey. I already have a war rune on the calf. There's no need to break my ribs too. Elaine giggles and dries her tears. Don't wait too long for us, okay? If we're not back in a week, set sail. Promise? Brandon nods. So, there's nothing more for me to do except to wish you good luck. You be careful too. Brandon turns and started back down the path. The four remaining members of the expedition watch him disappear between the trees. They stay for a while in the clearing, waiting to tact agreements in case Brandon changes his mind and returns. Then they continue their journey. Duncan is again at the head of the line. There are 4 of them now. When the days before on the boat, they had been 7. It all seems to distance already. We bonded over the fight against Eric. What else could have done? What else could have he done? Right? How he could have avoided this outcome? He realized little by little that something is amiss. Freya is just behind him. He stopped to let her join him. Freya. Yes? Can I ask you a question? Yes. Why did you shoot Eric earlier? Oh. Freya seems confused. I mean, you had relaxed your bow. According to customs, you shouldn't have intervened. It was single combat between Eric and me. Make Freya lie, or I'm gonna make Freya lie. I tried to intrude in Freya's mind. Something tells me that it would be better if she doesn't divert my interventions. Sorry. For a few instants, she is reluctant to speak. Then she takes hold of herself. What is it? Do you feel that there's a little voice in your head telling you that what to do, what to say? Duncan thinks. Yes, now that you mention it, I had this feeling since we arrived on this island. It happens there, just now. And what was that little voice trying to tell you? I think it was trying to prevent me from talking. And I think it was a little voice that made me shoot. Yes, that makes sense. Do you think it's the girl you saw that night on the College? I don't know. Oh shit. My bad. Hold on, I think I can go back a little bit just so I can see that. My intuition tells me yes, my instinct tells me yes, but I can't be sure. Okay, and yet, I can't see who else it could be. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it isn't coming from the Seers. Freya nods. Perhaps she wants me to survive. There you go. But why? Maybe she needs you. I don't know. Well, honestly, if I had to pick between Duncan and Eric, I'd rather go with Duncan. So, you know what? I'm still fine with that. Since we got here, I had an empty feeling in my chest. I don't know why. Me too. As if I lost something, but can't remember what. They continue on their way in silence. The slope towards the foothill of the mountains is rising. The forest is becoming dense, thicker of bushes hem the path. Night begins to fall. Duncan turns to Freya. If you see a place to stop, let me know. Alright, it's getting late. I think I saw a clearing a bit higher up between the trees. Duncan checks that. Elena, I keep messing up the names. I do apologize. I had it correctly last episode, but I keep fucking it up. I do apologize again. I messed up. I'm an idiot. And Connor are still close behind before hurrying upwards. Further on, the forest opened to a small clearing, boulders on the southeast corners by a set of standing stone. In the center, there is a remains of an old campfire. This looks ideal. Absolutely. And this place we won't be short of wood. Duncan and Freya silently build a fire while Elaine divides up the portions of what's left of their provisions. Is that all that's left? Yes, tomorrow we'll have to find food. Right? We need to keep some rations for when we reach the upperlands. I think there are plenty of hunting while we're in the forest, but there will probably be a few fruit sources as we get close to the summit. Right? Elaine agrees and makes the portion smaller. The group eats in silence, then each other of them settles for the night. Not playing your flute this evening, Elaine? Don't play. I'm gonna play. I think it'll be good, actually. If you like. Alright. Elaine, I'm so bad with names now. A, I'm gonna call A for that again, sorry. A takes out her instrument and play a wistful lament. I like the melancholic sounds of this flute. Well, she's finished her tune. Freya has already fallen into a deep sleep. She lies down close to the fire. When all the group has succumbed to their fatigue on the road, I wander into the forest to pass the time until morning. Oh. The interlying branches and bushes, branches. Sorry, I'm messing up. Charismatic. I need air. There you go. We are too far now for me to return to the beach. I escape uphill towards the summit. When I reach the edge of the forest between the oak and the pines, I am seized by a complaining call. Oh, the forest vanished. Around me is a clear blue sea. The reflection of the sun on the wave dazzles me. Under my feet, planks of wood rocks in the undulating rhythm of the sea. I am in someone else's dream. Alright? Okay. When my eyes grow accustomed to the light of the sun, I realize that I am on a fishing boat. I have not dreamed for an age, not since I've been a prisoner of this in between worlds. There you go. Why am I messing up? A multitude of forgetting sensation overwhelm my senses. The wind of the sea, the wind of the open sea in my hair. This, with its salt smell, the warmth of the sun on my skin. I seek Elaine's eyes in the mass of people who work each of their posts. Why am I messing up? I'm awful today. I do apologize. I am off my game. She is at the stern, pulling up a net full of silver fish. She sees me coming towards her. She smiles at me. What? What? What are you doing here? You know my name? Of course I know your name. Don't be ridiculous. Oh. Okay, I think my shipping might change. She pulls me. She pulls her around her waist and put her arms around her waist and pull her against her. I came to save you on the island of the Seers. She looks me. She looks me straight in the eye. There you go. Oh. I have to go with this. Gotta go for that kiss. We gotta go for the kiss! There we go! I hope you guys enjoyed that. In the fever of the moment, I put my hands on Leia's neck and kiss her full on my mouth. She tightens her hold on my waist with gentle firmness. A deep commanding voice interrupt us. Hey, Gatsby? No. I didn't hire you on the boat so you can dilly-dally. Okay, lowers her eyes. She returns to her fishing net, looking right? Everything changes. I am in a small house. The wind is howling and the rain beats against the closed shutter. A leans over the large bed, sleeping in a pell-mell are a good half a dozen children of different ages. She strokes the forehead of a little girl who turns in her sleep. There you go. This is the day I left for the island. There you go. Leaving them like that, it broke my heart, but I had no choice. Show a sign of affection. Yes! Hey, I put my hand on A's shoulders. Hey, she puts a hand over mine and looks at me sadly. A shadow moves in the corner of the room. An old man that I haven't seen in the gloom. You must leave now, A. Right? Conway won't wait for you. Yeah, Conway won't wait for you, and he sets sail first thing. You be sure they get everything they need. The old woman looks A in the eyes, but stays silent. Aiden promised me. Aiden lets out a sigh. Yes, I promise I'll do everything in my power. A glances a final time at the bed. She holds her tears in her eyes, but she does not let them fall. You don't want to wake him up. To say goodbye. No. I'm scared I won't have the strength if... Edith takes A in her arms. They hold each other for a while. Then A turns and, without a word, opens the door to the cottage. The wind and rain swallows her up in the sound of thunder. Then there is a blinding flash of lightning, and I am driven out of her dreams into the dismal emptiness of the in-between worlds, my prison, as the sun rises over the forest. When I arrive at the balcony, the group is already up and about. The mood is glum. After all of what just happened, it's natural that their morals are not too high. Not high, sorry. A scatters the last ember of the fireplace, while the others gather their belongings. Then they set off again. Okay, I guess we're going to be done right here. Okay, so yeah. And also, I want to apologize for my butchering reading again, because I've been off my game lately. I don't know why. I've been just really off, and I completely forgot her name. So I'm like, ah. Also, I'm kind of curious what's going on here, but we're going to figure this out in the next episode. Like, I'm really liking this more and more. And, like, I did not expect to kill Eric. I'm not joking. I thought actually Freya's going to maybe, like, shoot him in the leg or arm or something like that. Or hand. Not in the goddamn chest. Oi. Like, I'm wondering, like, was there a way to avoid all this? I really was wondering. Man. But it happened. Shit happens. I don't know. Okay, but anyhow, if you guys enjoy this, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you pass it on to you guys enjoy. And if you guys are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to so you know for new videos. Until next time, this is DomBeast, hanging out.